Welcome everyone back to the party chat. It's going to be a good one. This one. It's going to be a long one. First things first. Obvious thing we've got to talk about is who's missing it. The elephant not in the room.
Not here today.
Where is he?
Corona.
Personal reasons.
Yeah. Snake does. All his family. You need family. Your friends. Who needs that? Yeah. Bun the family.
We're his friends, mate. He doesn't need anyone else.
Exactly. Another thing you may see, there's another person on the screen. Who's that? Last week, he covered his face. Yeah? Now look at him. He wants to join in on the fun.
Feeling confident
so that
today.
Is what a babe looks like. Yeah, he's not as good looking as all of us, but he'll get there. Okay, another obvious thing, lockdown. What do you guys think about that, lockdown?
It's coming to an end.
Wednesday, man. 2nd of December. I'm excited. Gyms are back open, meaning we can get back on that bulk life properly. Yeah, just like that, Taryn. Yeah. Do it one more time. Yes, that's it. Round of applause.
Take it off.
Get him some fake tan, and he looks just like the bodybuilders, mate.
No, the bodybuilders look like me. The bodybuilders look like me.
Yeah, everything's opening back up on Wednesday.
Even the golf driving range, we can play golf again.
Oh, yeah, Top Golf and that is open, which we do need to go to.
Never been.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sean was there last time with us, innit? It was me, Taryn, and Evelyn and Sean. That was jokes. That was proper jokes.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
The best thing about Top Golf is the nachos.
Yeah. The nachos.
We must have ordered like at least 2 or 3 trays there, right?
Yeah.
We ordered 2 trays of nachos, and we got a portion of chips each.
And the tray was huge. It's huge, isn't it?
Massive.
It's
Yeah,
massive.
it was like what? Well, I didn't put into perspective how big it was, but it was quite big.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
You are, mate. You are.
And in sports events now, up to 2,000 fans allowed back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So people can go watch sports again.
I don't think they should be doing that since we're going towards an all-time high. But
but schools are still open.
Johnson B's his amazing plan is clearly working. Apart from that, that's it. I don't think we've had many updates from last week's episode.
Nothing's happened. Life is boring.
But we do have a new segment which we are going to introduce, which is story time. Yes. So we basically just want to have a go at telling some weird, wacky, maybe exciting,
very exciting stories.
Yeah, stories from our life. So I think Sean, if you want to go first, and then I'll go after.
Yeah, it's okay. So this story, right? I wouldn't call it exciting. I wouldn't, but I just found it strange, right? Or quite bizarre. Since the beginning of lockdown and to the start of school, we're always worrying about our GCSE results. Thinking about we're gonna get into this school. We just had our hopes up, and me being a grade 5 student. I think I was grade 5. So me being like a grade 5, 6 student, I was pissing myself. I was worried. Like I couldn't get into the school I wanted to, right? And the whole time, it was just a big struggle, man. And until like we got our results, I was so worried because when we had to apply for these schools, you can either go online and then apply for them, or you go in person. I went to I can't say that. I just went to a grammar school basically, and me applying there, I thought, no, I'm not gonna make it. I'm definitely not gonna make it with the grades I have at hand compared to everyone else. The chances are so slim. But I kid you not, I managed to get in somehow with the grades I have. I'm not even academically smart, but
marvelous stub.
Big doves.
But what I find strange is like how you guys didn't manage to move out, because you guys all have like way better grades.
I mean, it's not a question of whether we managed to move out. I mean, I think me. It's a good
school. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, me and Ron were planning on going to the same school. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like for both of us, me and Ryan, the school that we're at now is probably the best school that we could have been
Yeah,
at. Right?
it's probably better than anything else.
Yeah, because the teaching style, the facilities that they're giving is so much better than, well, what I like to think than a grammar school, because grammar schools are very like, here's the information, go do the research, memorize it, we have a test tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? It's more like that. Whereas in our school, the school that used to be at Sean, it's a lot of, it teaches you more than tells you to learn, if you know what I mean.
I feel like there's much less pressure.
There's a lot less pressure.
Instead of competing with other people at like a grammar school, you're competing against yourself. How to be a better you.
So I mean, I don't think it was whether we managed to get out. I think it was always the first or second option for me. Anyways, so in our school, where we are, I think it was always the first, second choice for us. So like, whether we managed to move out or not wasn't really a concern. It was more of a convenience. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, if we got to that school, we could have done the work ourselves. But I feel like for me, I'm not sure about Rayan, it was always the better option to stay there, because it's just a better it's a better teaching method for me.
Same. I agree.
Yeah.
I think everyone that comes here says it was better here than over there. So.
Yeah, but Sean, I also want to say that I don't think you should like put yourself down in regards to, I'm not an academically clever student. I think you are. I just think that 100% effort wasn't put in, which I think was with a lot of us.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And be honest with me, was there a point in that 3 years where we were doing our actual GCSE courses that you could say you put in 100% effort to do your best?
Yeah, that's true. I can tell you right now, I did not put all of my effort into it until like the very last few months GCSEs. That's when I was like, I need to start working hard now, because it's starting to get serious. So really, realistically, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, I can say the same.
Yeah.
Until literally after the mocks, and even then I wasn't doing 100%. I was doing maybe 70, 80% of what I could have been doing in it. I was doing a good amount, and I was improving. But we like literally, as we were told, we started trying too late, and something happened where we started trying so late that coronavirus happened, and we didn't get to do the exams to show that work that we were going to put in.
I think it's kind of like a boy thing. Lots of boys, we have this type of thing where as soon as we realize, it's like a little flick, the mocks were from January, now it's time to kick it again. Now let's time, because of COVID, there was no 6 months. For teachers thought January, he's got this grade. You know what? I don't care what he's going to do in 6 months. In maths, I moved from in my January mocks, I would say I got 5. And the mocks we done in March, I got 6, 7. 6 in paper 1 and 7 paper 2. Teacher, you know what he gave me? He said, you know what, Karen, I'm going to give you 6, maybe a 7. So I got 5. Yeah? So how's that for breakfast on toast? Not very good. But it just, I think the way they've done this was the only way they could have done it. But it's unfortunate on everyone. People got shags, people came away with a dub.
People got higher grades than they should.
Life goes on. Yeah.
And
people got lower. But
I mean,
what can we do? We can't stop COVID. We're not but what's that guy? Gavin Williams. Yeah, we're not no Gavin. We're 4 guys sitting in the Zoom call. That's what we are.
All right. Yeah. So that was Sean's story. Now my story is a little bit of it's a funny story, but at the time I can tell you I was bricking it differently. So settings, we're on our way back from Dewsbury, which is up north, about 2-3 hour drive. And it's about 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so we're driving back, and we've gone on I've gone with my MOS teacher, right? And we're going up to Dewsbury to visit where he studied. Yeah. So we're coming down. It's me, my mate, my younger brother, and my MOS teacher. We're in the car. Now we're getting into just about Gerrard's Cross area, Stoke Poges, and bear in mind, roads are dead quiet, and you know in Gerald's Cross, there's hardly any street lights in it. It's just pitch black. Yeah. So we're driving, yeah, and we see someone speeding towards us, like from behind, and they're revving their engine and everything. Yeah. They stopped right behind us. Like we're driving normal speed, they stopped dead behind us, yeah. And I was thinking, all right, well, if you really wanted to overtake us, you could just go around us. There's no one on the roads, yeah. So we're just driving normally, carry on going, taking our course towards Wexham Park Hospital. There's a little roundabout, right? So we're coming off, and bear in mind, yeah, there's just a massive building on our left. It looks abandoned, yeah, and it's bushes. So we're coming off, we're taking a left, and this guy, as soon as we slow down, he slows down. And as soon as we speed up to go around the corner, he starts speeding up. Now we're thinking, I was thinking, oh yeah, he's just like keeping up with us just because we're the only car in front of him, right? And he's not going to overtake us. But my brother in the back is sat there panicking, yeah? He's, I think he's following us. Yeah? I can see him looking behind him in the... I'm like, nah, relax, man, relax. Anyway, so my boss teacher, he's a joker in it, so like he likes to mess around and play jokes. So what he did, we're in gear 3. He starts speeding 80, yeah, taking random corners on gear 3. So our fuel is running out, yeah? I don't know how that works, I'm not car fanatic, but for some reason, he decided to speed on gear 3, yeah, 80, going around some random corners, and we're running out of fuel.
No.
And the thing is, we're taking those random corners, left, right, U-turns, the guy's still following us.
Oh.
At this point, I start panicking. I'm like, oh, he's following us. Oh my God. Yeah. And I'll start going to the mosque teacher. Make dua, please. Allah's only going to listen to you, bro. We're about to die. Yeah. So now we're coming up, we're going towards the mosque, and this guy's still following us. We take a sudden right into the mosque. This is literally just outside the mosque, going to the back car park, yeah? So we pull up, we quickly, the shutters are down in it for the car park. So we shutters up, go in, down. The guy's gone, right? Now we're already all shook up, and it wasn't just us, by the way. It was a big group, about 20 of us, yeah? But then we all in separate cars. So these are already at the mosque. So we're coming and we're all like looking at sweating, pale, yeah, like we've just been in a car chase. We got upstairs and we were calm in it because we were in the mosque. We were like, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's no one in the mosque because all of the doors were locked. The front door of the mosque was locked, the side door and the downstairs car park. So those are the only entrances you can get into the mosque. And only one guy is in the mosque 24/7, and that's the caretaker. Yeah? He lives in the mosque. Now, so what we did is we went upstairs to make sure everything was locked in case the caretaker forgot anything, right? And put our bags and stuff upstairs because we were going to sleep in the mosque and get picked up in the morning. So we went, put our stuff away, knocked on the caretaker's door. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he just finished like cleaning up whatever it was. I don't know why at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, but yeah, he's walking around making his tea. He's going to his room. So okay, cool. Lock the door. He's gone to sleep. So we go, all right, let's go downstairs, let's go play some football. In a mosque.
Kick ball at 4 a.m.
Yeah. So we went downstairs, we stopped the shutters. So in the mosque, there's the main section, then we have shutters in the back section which you can open up. So we played the back section, closed off, yeah, playing football, and we're getting tired now with this. So we go, let's go get some water. Water, yeah, by the way, is the tap near the bathroom, which is in the front entrance. So about 4 or 5 of us go. Yeah, we go get some water. Yeah, and as we open the front door, there's 2 sets of doors. Door here, you walk out, take a right, and then there's the bathroom, the tap. The bathroom lights are automatic. So we open the first door, nowhere near. Yeah, the lights of the bathroom turn on as soon as I peek my head around the corner. Like that, I was already shaken up because of what happened before, yeah? It's me, my mate, the same one, my brother that was in the car, the mosque, and the mosque teacher, and the one or two other guys with us, yeah? I'm like, yo, what's happened here then? Yeah, what's going on? Because the mosque goes, don't worry, relax, just go get your water. So we start walking towards it, yeah. You know, we're just making jokes, and all we hear from the bathroom is, yeah, that's all we hear. I swear to God, there was like 5 or 6 people there. When I turned around to check who was there, 4 of us. 2 people gone. And all I see, is one guy's jubba, which you know what jubba looks like, innit? It's like the long white thing that they wear in the mosque, the typical Arab guys. One jubba go flying to the door open, the door slammed shut behind him. They've legged it back to the room, legged it. They're pissing it, because we told them what happened, innit? They've legged it back to the main room, back where they were playing football. Now I turn around, I'm breaking it. Like, I'm so shook, And my mate, he used to watch the bare horror films like The Exorcist, all of that. He is shitting himself. He's bricking it, He's literally looks like he's gonna lose his mind, He's like, so I'm bricking it, my mate's bricking it, and my younger brother looks like he's about to pass out. The mosque teacher just sat there laughing his head up. He's not fazed. So we go back. We're like, bun that. We're going back upstairs. We go upstairs, take our bags upstairs, and we will lay our sleeping bags out, because obviously we're on a little residential trip, so we have sleeping bags with us. Lay them all out. Now it's the imam, the mosque teacher, me, and my mate who's in the corner, and he's really shook. Now we all go to sleep, we lock the doors, everything, all lights are off. In the middle of the night, my mate wakes me up. Oh man, the lights just turned on. The lights outside. Now bear in mind, we're in a small little room right at the back upstairs, and the 2 doors, they have 2 windows in them, but they closed them off because it's where we used to play table tennis and stuff like that, and they were converting it into the women's area, It wasn't finished yet. So they put 2 sheets that you can't see through except this little gap, Because I don't know why they didn't do that, gap. So what I do is I go to look under the door, and he goes, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" I was like, "See what?" And I look back under the door, and there's someone walking across.
Oh my God.
Someone's feet walking underneath. I swear to God. I was like this, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We are going to die. We are going to die. So I go to the imam and I wake him up. I went like this. I didn't want to say anything. I was scared if I said something, and I was convinced it was jinns, the jinn would hear. So he got up and he walked towards the door. And he, by the way, bearing in mind, we woke the imam up, so everyone's awake now. Everyone's wondering what's going on. And my mate sat in the corner. Oh no, he was so shook, and my brother was so shook as well. So the imam goes up to the window, so we have little gaps. He starts on this side, looks across, and he goes, "Obed, come here." I was like, "No, I don't want to go, please. I don't want to go, please. Don't make me look at them." He was, "Come here." I was like, "Oh, And he goes, "Look outside," and he starts laughing. Now I'm thinking, all right, mate, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I look through the little gap and I start moving right. What do I see? Just 2 mates praying namaz in the wrong direction. Praying salah in the opposite direction you're meant to be praying. All right then. Then complete white, and they got the scarf on it. Because you know that little Arab scarf that they wear, So one of them starts waving up and down. I swear to God, I was at the window like this. What the fuck is going on? I was like, what the hell? I'm breaking myself. Sweating. My heart is racing. My heart is pounding. And for some reason, one of the mates throws his scarf up in the air. I look away for 1 second. I blink. And I went like this. I looked back. Scarf's on the floor, but he's gone.
Oh my God.
What?
So there's just one mate sat there. I literally long jumped over about 4 people Yeah,
Slash
I jumped
TP.
over 4 people, got back in the sleeping bag. Yeah, there was a Quran next to me. I grabbed the Quran. I slept with the Quran. Yeah, I went to sleep with the Quran next to me. Yeah, I didn't even go to sleep. I just laid there until like my dad came to pick me up, and everyone else at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So everyone's parents came. My dad came, and at 6 o'clock in the morning, I swear to God, I'd never been more shook in my life. The mosque teacher, my mosque teacher, yeah, he was laughing at me. Yeah, and I'm still wondering, why are you laughing? He goes, they were jinns, they were jinns, they were jinns. No one else is in the mosque. He goes, did we not check all the doors before we walked in?
Yeah.
Did we not check every room before we walked in? No one else was here. What else could it have been? I swear to God, since that day, I've never been in the mosque at night by myself. Just haven't.
Oh, dude.
It is, I've been terrified. I swear to God, I was sat there in my sleeping bag like this. Oh my God. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha. I was bricking it. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life.
God, man.
I laugh at it now.
You have bad things.
I was shook. I was shook. I had to go to see read about 36 times.
What was the guy laughing about that though? He's laughing saying those are jinns.
Yeah, because he's not shook in it. He's had bad jinn experiences.
Okay.
Like when I say bad.
Oh man,
Like
I'm waiting for mine.
crazy. Yeah. And like so he knows exactly what to do when it happens, innit? And he was telling me one time he got what they call sleep paralysis in it. But he didn't know.
Oh, that's nuts.
It wasn't actually, he didn't think it was sleep paralysis. See, in Islam, sleep paralysis is technically when a jinn disturbs you when you sleep. So what happens is the jinn puts its weight on top of you so you can't move and you can't say anything. So the mosque teacher was telling me about his little sleep paralysis. It's happened bad times to him, innit? So he was on top of him. He was just trying to say something in it, whether it was Allahu Akbar, something, yeah. And all he managed to get out after like 5 minutes of trying was Allahu Akbar. And the jinn went in it. Imagine this must be months later, yeah. Yeah, and this was maybe last month. It happened to me.
Yeah.
I had sleep paralysis. I swear to God, I've never been. When I say I've never been more scared in my life, I genuinely thought I was possessed. I thought I was possessed because you know when you see weird stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought my eyes were open. I could see my room, but then for some reason, the point of view started changing. Like it was some camera. Yeah, it started moving out so I could see myself.
First person mode.
Yeah, bro. Third, like literally, I could see myself, but like you know those PE diagrams where it shows you all the muscles and the veins and it's all different colors. The veins are blue and the muscles are red, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of that, and the arteries and all that. That's what I saw myself as. So I saw my bed. I saw me tucked in bed.
He's playing Minecraft and they
I swear to God, I saw myself trying to move. Yeah, because I was trying to move. I was trying to get up and do something. Innit?
Insidious lives. You just astral projected.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I could see myself lying in bed, and I was so scared, man. I was so scared. I don't understand.
That actually sounds kind of sick.
It was scary.
That sounds kind of sick.
Now just watch himself sleep.
We're
staring at yourself
sleep.
sleep.
See some mad stuff.
Yo, what?
Some people see demons and stuff. Yeah, that's my little story.
Wow. Give a clap to that story. That was amazing. Lovely.
That's really something, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the corner.
It sounds like something straight out of a horror movie, man.
Yeah, I love
It was crazy. I swear to God, I've never had an experience in 16 years of living, which isn't much. I've never had anything like that.
Oh my God. I want a piece of that.
So do
You
I.
don't. I'm telling you.
That's a bit of me. That's a bit of me.
That's a bit of me.
Yeah, man. That was crazy.
Man. What if you've seen jinns but we don't know?
Huh?
What if you've seen someone, yeah? But imagine they're a jinn.
Oh yeah, you would never know.
Like someone in public.
These two don't like know what that is, but yeah, that's crazy.
Basically, in like other people's terms, imagine seeing someone but they don't actually exist. They're a ghost. Like they can be a random person walking down the street, but they don't exist at all.
But
That's crazy.
how would you like know that?
You
Like,
don't.
you
know.
You don't. That's the whole point.
You don't. That's the
know.
whole point.
But no,
You don't know.
how do you find out about that concept if you don't know about that? Like,
Oh, in the Quran it says, and then hadith and stuff like that.
oh, okay, that makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
my
why,
wrists,
but
I can't lie to
like when I'm just sleeping, yeah. So like when I'm lying in bed, I just deep stuff like that, thinking like, what if I'm just walking around the streets here and other people just aren't even real people?
Yeah.
Imagine the person that I saw yesterday in Sainsbury's. Imagine I saw them that one time and then they just disappeared. I never see them again. Like I know it sounds mad, but like it's just like they only appear when I see them, or they only appear when you see them.
Yeah,
know,
apparently there's a stat that's like you walk past 3 murderers, there's like 7 murderers every day.
Yeah,
Something like that.
that's
weird.
Nuts. That's nuts.
I know. Imagine you walk past someone that kidnapped or killed someone.
I'll say we chat about a bit of Madeleine McCann.
All right. So, Madeleine McCann.
What happened? What do you think happened?
I think her parents. I don't think. I have a feeling. Only because that's the only thing that kind of makes sense at this point.
It's the only logical thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, imagine the story is like they left her alone. She was what, like 3?
Yeah, I mean,
they left her alone at home.
That's
their parents are cats. Their parents are cats.
Yes, she was home alone with a 1-year-old.
In the hotel.
Yeah, either way,
the hotel room. They were in.
Either way, they're doing something wrong. They've left
exactly.
the kid. They've left the kid alone, or obviously they've killed the kid, which is
with the door open in a foreign country at night.
Yeah, no. See, that just doesn't add up.
It doesn't make sense, man.
Why? Why would you do that? Why won't you bring? Okay, if you're having a bit of a din, a bit of munch, and if you're having a bit of dinner, just book it earlier, or just bring the kids. Bring them in a little pushchair, a bit of trolley.
Exactly.
Have.
They left her alone with a 1-year-old.
Because they were like not too far away from the kid, but they were in reach of the kid. Play it safe, mate. Yeah, play it safe. Play back to the keeper. Don't go all the way. Go poof up to the top. Just bring the kid with you. There's no need. Why? Okay. In your logical
mind.
Okay. I'm so okay. Why are you doing? Yeah. Okay. I know. Okay.
How could this too high?
It's sad. It's sad what happened to her. But as a parent, like I'm well known a parent, so we're chatting about this. But
I'd
as a
hope you're
parent,
Taran is.
don't worry about that. Sorry for another podcast. But yeah. Yeah, but as a parent, what goes through your head to think I'm in a foreign country? That's one thing.
Oh my
I'm
God.
going to leave my 4-year-old child in a room with a 1-year-old. That's another one. Third of all, you're going to leave the door open, and it's different because the rooms aren't in a like path. It's not in a hallway where you go in, you go up to the stairs, you have the lobby and stuff like that. It's literally outside. So you go outside, you open your door, and you're outside on the streets. That's what it's like. So
It's a
anyone
motel
can.
then.
It's a motel, yeah.
Yeah, it's a motel.
Motel. Yeah. So any brother can walk out and just go through.
Oh
So
my
it
God.
seems, and I still don't know why are they going after this one case? What is so special about this case? What about all the other kids?
Yeah, I know.
Missing?
What's so special?
about all the
Because there's so
other
much public
families?
attention in it.
Yeah, it's a first. I don't know because there's too much to
I
it.
think it's
The
because there's so
parents
much
got accused of it.
controversy around it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like
That
if they
might be it,
did, if someone did come in and kidnap her, there's no way they're finding out.
Yeah.
They literally
But
left
then-
the door open. They left everything open. They left her with a 1-year-old. No one's gonna see anything.
Why would they take one child? Wouldn't a kidnapper go for both? So that's why I think maybe it's a little bit of a parent thing. They've just taken the kid, just one kid, just that one specific kid, and then they've come in. When I think maybe it's another parent thing. When your child's gonna, of course, you're gonna be touching everything, trying to look and rummage around. But when Made was gone, they just started mashing up the gaff, dashing stuff all over the place, looking for her. But I think that's a parent instinct. If you're just a kid, of course you're going to be scavenging around the building.
Yeah.
But then the parents as well. Going back to the flipping, they're nuts. They are. They're nuts. I kind of feel like they had something to do with it. That's just my theory. But all these people, all of us, yeah, we're sitting there saying all this and that. What if she actually did get kidnapped? What if there was someone who actually just kidnapped her? And the Portuguese police, they're hiding up. They're hiding it. So a little
That's also
payout.
a theory. Sean, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know, man. Like with this, it's just okay. With what Karen said, you know, with being a kidnapper and then you just kidnap one child and then leave the other bit like child out, right? It just depends what you do with that person. I'm not trying to like, you know, be in a kidnapper's shoes and tell you, oh, what's good, right? But it depends what you want to do with the kid.
We must say a little warning. We are not in any way criminals. We do not kidnap kids. We are not
none
in
of us
any
have
way.
criminal
We are
offences, don't worry.
legal.
We do not
We are legal
endorse this
teenagers.
behaviour.
We have no criminals. We're normal. We're normal people. Yeah. Okay. Go on, Sean. Sorry about that. I have to let the man know.
So when you're kidnapping someone, right? What I think is like the main purpose behind that is just you harvest their organs and then that's that. You just give it out. You'll never find that person again.
Wait, what? Really?
You're doing it. They do that.
You're moving.
Yeah, they sell it on the black market.
It does go in the black market. You know how much that is? Like
45
people's
million for a whole body.
Exactly. So that's a whole body. And then there's organs. That's valuable to like other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not lying, fam.
No, I've seen it before.
That's
I haven't seen it, but like
I've
I know.
never heard of that. That is mad.
Have you not?
So it depends what you do. Like when you're kidnapping someone, it's really debatable because there's a purpose behind it, which is one of the factors. So which is why they probably didn't take the baby because you know the baby is like what the organs are like too small.
Why do you
can't
think?
use it for anything.
Yeah. What do you think grave robbers do?
Exactly.
They take the body from the
true.
grave and then they
That's
sell it
true,
on the
that's
black
true,
market.
that's
Yeah.
true.
But it comes to a point as well with this case where you can only spend a certain amount of money before you can't. So they spent so much money. What are you gonna do? You've already pumped so much money. You've covered every corner. There's nothing you can do now. It's done. How much have they spent? How much can we have a little figure on the
Millions,
screen?
man. There's so much.
How much money did the parents get from it?
I imagine they're the ones that kidnapped her, and then
They made a book. They made a book of her. They made a book of it.
They're getting so much money off her. Maybe that's another reason why they could have done it, for the money.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Man, that is just messed up.
They made so much money off this. It's crazy.
No more motels. They're using hotels now. Do you know what I mean?
Motels still exist, actually.
I said for them. They're not staying in no more motels.
I don't think they go.
5-star only. 5-star only.
Man.
It's crazy. I mean, do you know what is things like this is you. I think it's the fact that there's so much mystery, so many questions that can be asked is what draws so much attention to it. Let's be honest, we're never really going to know the answer. We can make as many assumptions as we want. The parents did. The parents might not have done it. Do you know, the fact that there is so much to talk about, so many questions to ask about it, that is what gives it the attention, publicity that it needs in it. So, I mean,
lots of cases.
Yeah. I mean, that the parents could have also done it for the publicity. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
If it wasn't the parents that kidnapped her, he covered his trails on them. Perfectly. And do you know what? I think that's another reason why it went big as well, because a lot of the times they would have found some evidence towards in it. The fact that they found nothing that leads to anyone, all leads were dead. I think that's also made it so big because people were confused as to how someone could track cover their path so perfectly. All right.
Okay. We're on to a news story now about Jack the Ripper. Now, he was probably the most famous serial killer ever. Brave serial killer, maybe like 1880s. He was killing around 1880s, yeah. And he was like super, super famous. Obviously, at the time they had less cameras, less footage.
No cameras at that time.
Yeah, there's no cameras at all, yeah. There's just stories that people passed on in it.
Bro, yeah.
So basically, we don't even know if these are true. This could be completely different, yeah. He maybe doesn't exist. Maybe he's like a 200 years old demon that's still around at this time. You never know. So basically, he was there. Yeah. He was in the 1880s, and he was they say he looked like really pale. He was maybe like normal height, average height, and he wore a top hat. That's how they say it now in like a stereotypical British guy during that time. And he was known for killing, I think it was like 5 women, and then he mutilated them. Like he destroyed them. Like you couldn't tell that they were human after what he did. And he got away with all of it. Like no one ever caught him. There's like maybe like around 100 suspects, over 100 suspects of him. Yeah, because they don't know what you look like. He was blended into the shadow. That's what they said. He's literally like the shadow because every time he killed someone, he would go. No one would find anything. No fingerprints, no tracks, no blood. It was just their bodies.
Yeah, it says here that he was the infamous murderer, Jack the Ripper, killed at least 5 female prostitutes.
Yeah, there you go. 5 prostitutes. He killed much more, way more.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he would have killed a lot more.
He definitely has. I mean, to become that famous for killing only 5 people, he's definitely killed more than 5. They've only found 5, I would say.
Only found it. So
Only
like,
found
only
5.
5 were registered under his name.
Yeah.
So he could have like killed like 100 more, and then
he could have killed loads more. He could have
nuts.
many more.
My goodness.
That's why it says at least 5. He killed at least 5. So they found 5 of the bodies, and he just disappeared, like forever. They don't know what happened to him. They don't know if he's here. They don't know if he was literally like, people thought he was a demon, or people thought he was a ghost. That's the time, like, that's the time Britain started believing in ghosts and all that stuff, because of Jack the Ripper, because of his story was so like weird, so like they were terrified of him. They literally locked themselves in houses. They didn't go out for the whole time because of him.
I see why.
Yeah, imagine there's a serial killer now because of one person. Yeah,
Jesus.
literally like the whole town.
Oh.
Imagine like isolation.
So I've just looked up Jack the Ripper's real name, Aaron Kosminski. Until today, it was an obscure name of a Polish immigrant in Britain who died in an asylum of gangrene of the leg. That's the only name that they, I think.
Bless you.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing they have on him, but that's probably not true. The likeliness of that being true is like less than 1%.
Yeah, it says who is most likely Jack the Ripper, and it says Aaron.
Even when they say who's most likely to be Jack the Ripper, that still means like they're not likely at all. It's like who's most likely who's most likely out of the impossible people who could have been. No one knows who it is. No one knows who it's gonna be. It's gonna be an unsolved crime probably forever, unless we time travel back into the past and see if he actually exists. Then I don't know how they're gonna find out.
That's gonna be a bad time. It's gonna be rough.
I know. I mean, there's other ones as well in America. There was a guy called the Son of Sam. All right, there was a guy in America. He was called the Son of Sam. He was like a terrible serial killer. He was rubbish at his job. As in, like, he was also called a 46 caliber killer or something like that.
Why?
Because he used to shoot people with a 46 caliber gun. But the first time, I don't think he killed the person. Like, he came up to a car and there was a boyfriend and girlfriend, both of them. He shot them. I don't think he killed any of them. And then went away. He kept doing that. I don't think he killed maybe like 2-3 people, and he shot everyone else. Yeah, he's terrible. But they arrested him. They caught him. Obviously, his name was like Dennis Berkowitz. Yeah, they caught him, and then he blamed everything on the devil. He said the devil made me do it.
Did he get? Surely he didn't get. Do you
know what? This links in with like the Illuminati and that. Like, I don't.
That's probably why he went so famous.
Yeah,
he said the devil made me do it. It's like
like stuff like this, like the Illuminati and people that say, "Oh, the devil made me do this." I do believe that there is a group out there that are influenced by the devil or devil worship.
Yeah, there's loads of satanic cults.
I just don't think it's called the Illuminati. I think they'll go by another name, or whatever it is. I think Illuminati is just a Hollywood name given to it. But I think there is a main group.
There is
out
a group. What's it called? There's this company called Clone. It's called Clonade. Let me find it. Clonade, and it's called realism. It's some weird thing where realism, and it's a weird type of thing where they I don't know, where they just believe in like instead of having like intercourse, have a child, you can just do a spell or summon something and you'll get given some. I don't know, it's like contacting with space and outer powers and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was this movie made about something like that as well, where they had to sacrifice children to carry on the cult. Have you lot seen like Hereditary?
Yeah, I've seen Hereditary.
Yeah, have you seen Midsommar as well?
No, I haven't seen that.
No, that one's really good as well. That cult movies are like
when we watched it, yeah, it was me and a couple of mates, yeah. Now one of my mates was gassing up differently, yeah. This is gonna be the scariest horror film you ever watched. Reviews say that it was literally like it scarred someone for life. Like they can't stop having nightmares about it. And we were thinking, oh yeah, cool, it's gonna be like one proper scary horror film. It was trash.
I loved it.
I thought it was a good horror film. It was good plot twist, but it did not live up to scarred me for life or can't stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's not like a stereotypical horror film, innit?
I feel like that would scare me more if it wasn't stereotypical. It was just so like
it's much more realistic. That's why. No spoilers, obviously. I can't say anything, but it's much
which
more
movie
realistic.
is this again?
Hereditary.
Hereditary. Yeah.
Hereditary.
There's another one called Midsommar, which is kind of the same thing. It's about cults and stuff, and it's quite gory. I don't know if I should say anything. Do you mind spoilers?
No,
I don't mind.
Go on, just do it.
Okay. Basically, there's like, obviously, it's a cult. I think it's in Norway. It's a Norwegian cult. There's a group that they come in, and they join this cult, and they're like, skip forward a bit because everything else it's really weird. They take like LSD to calm the mind down,
acid.
stuff like that. Yeah, they take acid, they take pills, loads of drugs. Yeah, and then there was this one scene where, right at the end, they have all these sacrifices, yeah, and they put someone in a bear suit, like they skin a bear, and then they put him inside, and then they put him inside a building with like 4 other people, and they burn it. So they burn everyone inside as well, and then they do that. Like that's why it's weird to me, because that probably happens in real life as well. There's probably some weird cults that burn people alive to like sacrifice them to demons and stuff. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's some messed up people that do some messed up stuff, man.
Yeah,
like these are based off real. Sometimes these are based off real stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I mean, I remember this one story that I was told from.
Yeah, my camera.
I think it was an uncle, yeah, and he was going to a depossession, a rukia, yeah, of this guy that he knew, and what happened is the imam there basically said, look, you can come along, like just watch what happens, yeah. So he just sat on the sofa next to where there was happening, yeah. The jinn was the possessed person was sat here. The imam was sat in front of him, and obviously the uncle was sat over here. And he was just watching. And it was apparently some proper. So when someone's possessed, they're not always the jinn, if you know what I mean. Like sometimes the jinn will just take over. So it'll be normal for it, and then sometimes the jinn will just take over. Yeah. So he was reading some ayahs of the Quran, the jinn came out and stuff like that. And every time that the jinn used to misbehave, he'd get a tissue and put some water on it, and he'd tell the jinn to open its mouth, and he'd put the tissue on its tongue, and it used to hurt the jinn, and it used to behave after that. Every time the jinn used to misbehave or act out, and the jinn used to have a little fit, because jinns are made of smokeless fire. Yeah, jinns are made of smokeless fire, and so the water counteracts that, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So he put the water on the tongue of the jinn of the person, and the jinn went crazy, and it started it was hurting in it. And he basically said, if you keep misbehaving, yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. And obviously, Jinn started behaving, try to ask it some questions, try to understand why it's possessed this person, this and that. And then at one point, literally, the Imam was sat there directly in front, and he was literally just ordering the Jinn to do things. Yeah, and you know what? We're here over here freaking out, yeah, about flipping. Oh, you watch a horror film and the Jinn's gonna possess us, and this guy sat in front of the Jinn, telling it what to do, telling the Jinn what to do.
And I want to see that, man. I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to be there with that.
And at one point, the Jinn starts misbehaving really badly, innit? He told the Jinn, he goes, go upstairs, go have a shower and come back. He told the Jinn to go have a shower and come back, and the Jinn actually went. He went and had a shower and came back.
Oh my God. What?
The possessor has become the possessed.
It was crazy.
Yeah, man. I want to see that someday.
Yeah, okay, it's crazy.
There's loads of places that do that, innit? Possessions and stuff, exorcisms, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't understand how to have that much like authority over a Jinn. Like, go tell it to have a shower. The one thing that it doesn't like water, and you're gonna tell it to do that.
It's just remember, men or mankind, yeah, are stronger than Jinn in sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're scared of Jinn, then it makes you look weaker. Right?
Yeah.
But if you're not scared of it, it's like, I don't know. If you go into a fight, yeah, and you're showing the guy that like you're scared of him and you're bricking it, the guy's gonna know that you're weaker than him, isn't it? And he's gonna more time he's gonna attack. He's gonna take advantage of it, isn't it? If you show him that you're not scared and you're willing to fight, it kind of puts him off, doesn't it? Especially if it's a bigger guy or has advantages over you. It puts him off a bit. So it's a bit like that. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously if you can show that you can exploit its weaknesses and etc. like you would in a fight, and you can assert your dominance, then they're gonna listen. The Jinn will listen.
I mean, I don't know if this is the same in Christianity though, or other religions.
Do you know, Sean? You're Christian.
Yeah. Do you know?
You're Catholic. Yeah. Do you know
the thing? Because it's such like there's different beliefs, right? Because you have the Catholic. Oh, I can't pronounce that word. Catholicism, and then there's Christianity, right? The one that I've been taught by my mentor is like a different kind. I think you can find them in philosophy books or wherever, but it is there, and it's about unconditional love from God. God loves you no matter what, and then that's basically it. So with that, it just kind of makes you question, oh, but then why does this exist? Why is he created the hell if God loves us? And then slowly my mentor was trying to uncover that. He said that okay, this is because he's read it. He said hell was never mentioned in the Bible. It was actually a dumping place. People would throw garbage there and then they'd burn it because they didn't have bins. They didn't have garbage trucks to throw their bins. They just threw in one place, and it was just so bad. Yeah. So he was like, oh, but this is that, right? So there's some misconceptions that came out. So I don't want to say 100% that they're all real or they're all fake, because we're still trying to figure that out. Because the guys that talking about Christianity that you hear from just in general, they might just be misconceptions. You actually have to look it up yourself and read it. Otherwise, you wouldn't know. Because guys like pastors, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to call I don't want to say all of them are doing this, but there are just some that do that. They say, oh, but you got to do this, just for money. They're telling people, oh, but you can be healed or you can be helped if you just do this. Give money to us, to the church.
Their money up, not their funny up.
No, not that. No.
Yeah,
you say take it to the church, right? It doesn't go to the church. The next day you see the pastor. He's got a BMW outside the church. You're like,
yeah.
Okay. And then he said, no, this is from God. I said, no,
God,
you gave him that
God.
money. You gave him that money. Now he's got a BMW. He's got a big house now.
Yeah, that's what,
You don't do.
I think
It just doesn't make sense.
religion has been separated from like churches.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's not the same thing anymore. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about it, but I don't think like it's more about the people now than the religion. It's more about like it's a church, it's a building.
Sean, I've got to ask you because I don't know whether you know about this or not, but I heard somewhere. Do you know anything about the Antichrist?
Antichrist, or like the second coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they call it. Yeah, second coming.
Yeah, the Antichrist. I heard that in Christianity, or I don't know if this is in your Catholicism, that the Antichrist is the son of the devil.
I haven't heard that
a bit of a stretch. That is a bit of a stretch because my mentor covered this before.
Okay.
The second coming, right? It was somewhere in the Bible. There was like, oh, he's gonna come back at some point, and then there's this end of a new generation. But it was at the context of that area, end of a generation. So what does that mean? So they believed in this temple, right? All the Jews would go to that temple. They'd pray. They'd give their offerings. It's a holy place. End of a generation, the temple broke down. Then it goes on to a new generation, because that's where I think Christianity really starts to like build up. The second coming, right, isn't after he dies. Jesus was alive. I think he was alive at the time, right? He hasn't been crucified just yet. And then he tells his disciples, oh, this stuff is gonna happen. This stuff is gonna happen. And then they're asking him, oh, but when will you be back? And then it's just really a misunderstanding. He isn't gonna come back again because it's the end of the world and stuff like that. It's just because he said at the time, I'm gonna come back, and then that's that. Right now, it's just been dealt with already, and people are saying, oh, but I'm gonna pick this out, use it, and then be like, oh, but he's gonna come back right now. He's gonna do this, and it's gonna be the end of the world. So I don't know. It's just again a misunderstanding with how people interpret it.
See, I've heard. Well, I heard, but that in I heard that about Christianity. That's what they believe about the Antichrist, and obviously the coming back of Jesus Christ. And in Islam, is slightly different. Jesus will come down because he was set to live to the age of 37. And he actually was crucified at the age of 30, taken up to the heaven. And he's going to yet to come down and spend that last 7 years when the Antichrist, or we call Dajjal, will arrive, and he'll be the one to kill Dajjal. And this basically will lead to the end of the world. So, and Jesus will be
the end of everything.
Yeah, but Jesus won't be here, or Isa bin Maryam will not be here as a prophet. He'll just be here as a human, as a person, a very noble one. But our leader will be Mahdi. Mahdi is a person from the lineage of the Prophet who will be, we call him Al-Mahdi, and he won't be so at the start of his life, won't be very religious. He'll come from the direct lineage of the Prophet, and his name will be Muhammad. And his dad's name will be the same as the Prophet's dad's name, which was Abdullah. So that's who our leader will be. He won't be very religious at the start, but then something will happen one night and no one knows what it is. Yeah, we'll find out when we meet him. But no one will know what it is. But all of a sudden, he'll become righteous, he'll become pious, he'll become a very religious person. Maybe something traumatic will happen that will turn him towards, or maybe he'll get divine inspiration. We don't know what it is. Yeah. So then, once he leads, then Jesus will come down again. Mahdi will know who Jesus is, and he'll say to him, "Look, you need to lead us." And he goes, "No, I'm not here as a prophet. I'm here as a follower of you, Mahdi. You take charge." And then whatever happens with Dajjal, Isa will kill Dajjal, and then Ya'juj Ma'juj will come, which is the two tribes, Gog and Magog. Heard about that, Sean?
There's a story about that where they're digging a hole. I believe they're digging a hole to Earth or something like that, or like a.
They've been sealed in.
They'll be sealed in.
This is an interesting story, and I think
every day it keeps getting reset and reset.
Yeah.
I think
So,
who
yeah.
comes down? Was it Jibril or who was it that which prophet comes down and tells them what are you doing? They say we're getting to the earth, and then it resets, and then eventually they break out, and then that's when it.
Because one day what will happen, I think what the description said is, one day when they're breaking through, when they go back, they'll say, "We will carry on with this tomorrow, inshallah."
Yes, yeah. That's what they say.
And they'll go back and they'll come back and they'll keep breaking through and they'll finally get cracked. But that's a different story. That's a long story about a king who ruled the entire world. 4 kings in history have ever ruled the entire world. 2 bad, 2 good. 2 good people and 2 tyrants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we'll go over that. It leads into loads of different stories because everything links up.
Apparently, it says as well, like there's been people saying that the person who built the wall around Yajuj and Majuj was Alexander the Great.
No, see, okay.
I know.
A lot of people think that Alexander the Great has been so many different people.
Yeah.
What we call him is Durqanain in Arabic. Durqanain.
Yeah.
Problem is, there's some evidence to support that it isn't Alexander the Great.
Yeah, I mean,
Alexander the Great, not only he didn't rule the entire world, and in the description, this man Durqanain ruled the entire world, but also Durqanain was Muslim.
Yeah.
Muslim, he came before the Prophet, but he believed in a single God on his own, and he believed in all the previous prophets to come.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say Alexander the Great is so many different people.
Yeah, they think of Alexander the Great as more of a concept.
Yeah.
As
a normal person.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me try and find this, because Alexander the Great is actually a topic that I want to discuss, because I've heard so much about him, but like it's kind of confusing because, like, okay, Alexander the Great was an ancient Macedonian ruler and one of history's greatest military minds who, as king of Macedonia and Persia, established the largest empire the ancient world has ever seen. Yeah?
Yeah. So
he's
Persian. Persian, yeah.
See, the problem with this is, yes, he's Persian, which was a Muslim area, but this was before the Persian Empire. Okay.
Yeah, this was a long time before.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a couple things that just don't. Yeah.
They don't like add up in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Sean, what do you know about Alexander the Great? Anything?
Well, I've learned in my philosophy class, well, from the books, really. He influenced Christianity. He was taught by either Plato or Aristotle, one of the two. And from there, he was being not praised. Actually, no. There was a Jewish town that was trying to pay tribute to him. And then it just kind of spread from there because it's what he believed in. I wouldn't say he believed in Christianity. It's just some form of it because he was taught under, Plato or Aristotle, one of the two. And it just stems from there. Those guys just kind of made the foundations of Christianity, and that's it. So that means it was probably Greek, I think.
Who?
So Alexander the Great. I don't know if he was, because that's what my textbook was saying. Because he was taught.
Yeah, he's Greek.
Under Greek people.
Oh, well, so, textbook. He says it's Greek.
Yeah. So I actually just looked it up now. A lot of people think that Durqanain was
Alexander the Great. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Loads of people think that.
Yeah. So basically, Taryn, because you seem kind of confused.
Nah, yeah. I'm just
quiet,
watching on the sideline, just understanding it, because I can't lie. I've never heard any of this. I've heard of Alexander the Great. I've never known who he was.
I only know him as like a conqueror in the Roman Empire, kind of like that.
Yeah. So basically, he's the guy that would you say started the Persian Empire? He basically ruled most of the world.
Yeah.
He conquered most of the world. One of the greatest military minds we've ever seen.
He, like, what do you call it? Influenced people like Julius Caesar. people like that.
Oh,
Crazy big people.
And this is, so the guy Durganin that we're talking about is a guy mentioned in the Quran, who trapped the two tribes. Well, in
Like a
English,
gate.
Gog and Magog.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a gate, a wall kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was in a sheet of metal.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what did he trap?
He trapped the two tribes, Gog and Magog.
You know,
We'll talk about it on the next podcast if you want the whole
next
story.
podcast, we talk about wars and like,
Yeah, because this is quite an interesting story. It was Gog and Magog are gonna come back very soon, probably. Yeah, and they are gonna rampage the entire world. They are gonna just
they're gonna kill loads of people.
They're gonna kill everyone, basically.
Yeah, with bows and arrows, or like the main.
Well, that's what they're sent to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not very nice people, but that is why they were trapped.
Terrible people. You know the backstory behind them?
Do you know the
backstory behind them?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I'll tell the story next time if you want me to.
Yeah, I actually don't know the back. I don't know thing before they became Yajuj and Majuj. Before they became like.
No, they were always known as that was the name of the two tribes. But yeah.
Before, like people.
Basically, their backstory links in with is very closely linked with Durganin. Well, it follows Durganin. Durganin is the one that discovered them and trapped them, etc. So the story of Durganin is also the story of Yajuj and Majuj. So we'll go over that very soon. Hopefully next week's podcast if you don't want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just
spooky times.
So today's podcast was heavily based on stories and serial killers. So
spooky, scary.
Yeah.
So it was a little.
I know. The person you're talking to right now might be a serial killer.
That is true.
Oh, thanks, Ron. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Good for that.
Yeah. So check out our TikTok. We'll leave it in the description of this video. And share, like this video as well, and we will get back to you lot.
Comment what you want to do as well. Comment what you want us to talk about. If you want more stories,
please leave topic suggestions, and we will get to them.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Thank you for listening.
Adios.
Bye.